It's John Hughes from Created by Mr. Hughes here, and today I'm going to do a quick video overview of my blog post, Principal TLC, Teachers, Learning, and Culture, just to give you kind of a heads up of what's in this post. So the first thing, when we talk about Principal TLC, most of us think that that might be tender loving care that we give to homes or other things that need a little bit of help or improvement. But in this case, when we're talking about Principal TLC, it's an acronym for principals to think about when working with their schools. When principals are working with their schools, they need to think about their teaching, the learning, and the culture of their school. Some people want that C to stand for children because people say, well, John, children's why we're here. Isn't that what we should really focus on? And yes, we should. The children are like, if you think of a three-legged stool, the children are the seat, and the teachers, the learning, and the culture are what support those students in getting the best education possible. So some things we also want to focus on today is what is a good definition of school culture. I've heard lots of different things from feelings to school morale, but I do want to share this definition with you. It's the attitudes, beliefs, and traditions and actions which are foundational in a school system and also create feelings of being supported and successful. I'm going to read that again just because that's kind of a wordy definition, but it's a good one. The attitudes, beliefs, and traditions and actions which are foundational in a school system and also create feelings of being supported and successful. That's huge, and that is for parents, that is for students, that is for teachers that all need to feel that success. And it's our job as administrators to make sure that that is happening for them. In the blog post, I encourage you to read through it or listen to it. Down at the very bottom of the post is the audio version where I added probably 5 to 7 extra minutes of material that's not even in the blog post itself, so you can get some additional insights and help from that. But we do talk about 2 different contrasting stories of students to kind of give an example of how culture can make a difference. We also talk about what if you feel like your culture is perfect at your school? That's awesome. I'm glad that you feel that way, but always remember we can always do more to strengthen the culture of our school. And if you know that your culture at your school is lacking or needs a little bit of help, inside the blog post is some great helps for you. There's 2 different pages that I've put in there too. It's a free worksheet organizer rather that you can download. One is evaluating your school culture, and it walks you through a quick evaluation process. It's very straightforward and easy to use. And then after you've had a chance to do that, there's a second page that is improving your school culture, and it calls for actionable work right away. You have to set goals for tomorrow and a week and 2 weeks out and get yourself started. We're never going to make changes if we don't get started right away. So that's included in the blog post, and you can get that download free right from my blog just simply by clicking on the picture or the link that's within the blog. Also included in this blog post, you're going to find 5 different ways that I've come up with to help improve school culture. And one of those is to do positive office referrals. So I want to show you this. These positive office referrals, I know it's backwards, that's kind of annoying, but these things have been huge, and there's lots of different versions of them. You can read more about it in my post, how they're used, but getting kids in my office as an administrator in a positive way has made a huge difference in my school. That way, when I show up in their classrooms, they don't think someone's always in trouble, but rather they're curious to see why I'm there versus assuming that someone's done something they shouldn't do. And it's nice to have these positive moments with students because then when they do come in my office, if they're in trouble, they realize that I do care for them, that I do look for the positive they're doing as well, not just looking to nail them for things that they do that they shouldn't be doing. So there's more about that in my post. Those are also available in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. So if you don't want to take the time to make some yourself, they're really easy to make, that's fine. But I do have 8 different versions in my store for a reasonable price that you can just download. And I give a ton of information in that download if you buy it on how to use them in your school and how to make them very effective for your community and your faculty. Lots of good that comes out of doing those. The other thing that I wanted to share in this video that I didn't share in the post or the audio version is that last year we had a superhero theme as a school, and so my wife made these awesome capes, and it says SC, and it's hard to see right there, but it has a Colt, that's our logo, a Colt, and it stood for Super Colts. And as one of our culture building activities that I started last year as my first year as a full-time administrator. This is my third year as administrator, third year as a full-time administrator. We wanted to really focus on the teachers, so superheroes. And we went around, my secretary and I went around to every single classroom in the first few days of school and told the students that we had a secret about their teacher. We made it a huge deal, and then the teachers didn't know we were doing this. That was fun. Came in and we told them that we had a surprise about their teacher, that they probably didn't even know that their teacher was really a superhero. And we gave each of them a cape and they wore them for the day. And then every month, the last Friday of the month was Cape Day. And so everyone would go around wearing capes. And I have a picture of my custodian standing on the roof. He was working on the air conditioners on Cape Day. And he's standing on the roof looking like he's about to fly off the roof with his cape blowing behind him in the wind. So fun. The students really bought into that. And they actually started asking if they could wear capes on Cape Day because they wanted to be superheroes too. It really built the school culture, and it was fun to watch the teachers get excited and involved in that. So those are just some simple, ideas and suggestions on how to make a really good school culture and to get started on that. So I encourage you to read the blog post and to listen to the audio version as well. If you'd prefer to do that, you can keep working while you're listening. But I look forward to working with you more, and do stop by again soon. There's going to be many more posts on culture and teachers and learning to come in the near future. I plan to do 2 to 3 posts a month, so it's not overwhelming to keep up with my information. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for stopping by.